Yo, what's happening, Pisces? This is going to be your mid-monthly reading for the month of June. So let's see what we have going for the Pisces collective out there. Hope you're having a great time. Summer's going to be really nice for all of us, especially for the water signs with Jupiter entering Cancer. That's going to trine all of your Pisces placements. So that's going to be a really good time this summer, feeling that Jupiter energy expanding and giving you more luck in your life. So we're going to do a 5-card reading for Pisces today. Let's see what we have. And at the bottom of the deck, we got the star. So you're shining right now, Pisces. All right, so let's see what's up with this 5-card reading for you today. The first card, we have the Two of Swords. All right, so there's some stuck energy right now. There's some indecisiveness going on, right? And then right next to the Two of Swords, we have the King of Wands. After the King of Wands, we have the Seven of Swords. And after the Seven of Swords, we have the Nine of Wands. And I'll put these 5 cards up so you can see them. And your last card for this 5-card reading is the Empress. All right, yo, you shining. You shining and you sexy right now, Pisces. All right, so know that. So there's some stuff going on here. We're going to get into it, right? So we have the Two of Swords next to the King of Wands, followed by the Seven of Swords, followed by the Nine of Wands. Let me get that more clear for you guys, right? And then your last card here is the Empress. Okay, so let me hold that up so you guys see the 5 cards. So there's some indecision going on with this Two of Wands. There's something in your life where you feel stuck, right? And so the Two of Wands, this woman is protecting her heart with these swords, and her, she has a blindfold over her eyes. And that's telling you more than anyone, Pisces, that you need to trust your intuition. You are the most intuitive sign, in my opinion, right? So maybe right now your intuition is off. Maybe, those feelings that you feel, right? And a lot of times the Pisces that I know, they have so much intuition floating above their mind, right? It's like the ocean opens up for Pisces above your mind. So this Two of Swords is having you stuck thinking that there's only 2 solutions to whatever it is that you are, needing to make a decision about, right? But the Two of Wands is really about understanding that it's not just 2 situations or 2 solutions to solve your problems, right? When you look at the card, she has this water and this island behind her. So especially for Pisces, you being the most water of the water signs, you need to jump into that water. Maybe you need to abandon whatever you think these two solutions are and figure out that, it's really not either of the solutions. And you have to find a new solution by jumping in that water behind you and swimming to those islands and figuring out what this is, right? So if you've been stuck thinking, I got to do this or I got to do that, maybe it's neither. And you have to figure out a new solution, right? And really, it's kind of counterintuitive, but it's really about you taking the blindfold off, right? I know a lot of people close their eyes and they'll feel their feelings, and that's when intuition comes through. So right now, this is telling me that you need to tap into different sources of intuition, right? And the way to do that is with the King of Wands. The way to do that is by being more bold, right? Like if you have fire in your chart, understand where that fire is, because you need to tap into that bold and assertive energy with the King of Wands. And you have the Seven of Swords, right? So this is about finding a smarter way to become victorious, right? So with the Seven of Swords, what we have is that this guy is stealing the swords from this army so that he can weaken that army and be victorious in the war, right? So what do you need to weaken? What do you need to strengthen? What is it inside of you that you need to cultivate so that you become victorious here, right? Because then you have the Nine of Wands, which is the wounded warrior, right? So a lot of you are wounded right now because of this indecision. A lot of you are wounded because of this stuck energy. And the Nine of Wands is just encouraging you to keep going, right? The Nine of Wands is encouraging you to not give up, right? Because what this guy is doing is that, he's about to reach the Ten of Wands, which is, a whole bunch of burdens. And these wands behind him are burdens. And these wands behind him have wounded him. But being at the Nine of Wands is showing you that this cycle of having a lot going on in your life, having a lot of things that you're sorting through, it's going to come to a close. And then your outcome is going to be the Empress and abundance, right? So the message that I'm getting from these cards is that figure out what this indecision is. Figure out what it is that's keeping you stuck. And then once you work through all of it, you are going to end up with the Empress, which again is all about abundance and it's all about ease, right? How can you make life more easy? How can you make your life, yourself, the way you process things, the way you operate? The Empress encourages us to really sit back and attract. Like this is Taurus and Libra energy. This is relationship energy, right? Like this is the best relationships come when you allow them to come, right? So the best things in life with the Empress are going to be when you allow them to come. So I get the sense that some of you are forcing this outcome, forcing it, but it's like the Empress is all about like non-action, really. The Empress is about surrendering and allowing and really using ease to make your life flow much better. So we will clarify here with the Two of Swords. We have Justice. All right, so this is going to sort itself out. Once you figure out how to get yourself unstuck, once you tap into your intuition more, once you're able to figure out the parts of yourself where you need to be bold and the parts of yourself where you need to figure out how to be victorious in this and get through it, you're going to end up with a much more fair outcome with that Justice card. And then with the King of Wands, we have the Two of Pentacles. So this is definitely, especially with that Two of Swords and this Two of Pentacles being side by side now, right? You have this with the King of Wands, right? So what this is telling me is that with this Two of Wands energy and this King of Wands, Two of Pentacles energy, with this Two of Pentacles, what it's telling me is that you have a lot on your plate right now. Right? The Two of Pentacles is working hard and playing hard, right? So maybe some of you aren't doing that enough, right? Having this with the King of Wands is saying that you need to be more bold and assertive about getting out of the house, getting out and, doing the things that you love, meeting people, filling your social life as much as your work life, because the Two of Pentacles in a reading is usually referring to the fact that people are probably working too much. And that's like most of the people around the world, is that they're working too much and they're not having enough fun. So with this bold energy from the King of Wands, it's encouraging you to have more fun in your life and not focus on work. And maybe you've been focusing on whatever this stuck energy is a little too much. And in order for you to get out of this stuck energy, you're just going to have to go and have some fun with that Two of Pentacles. All right. So with the Seven of Swords, we have the World. Awesome. So again, you have to get out into the world. You have to get out of the house, escape that Pisces, ocean of water that you live in when you're at home by yourself and you just love to be alone a lot. I know a lot of Pisces that are like this, right? It's encouraging you to get out into the world, because that's what's going to help you be victorious here, right? And the world with the Seven of Swords, this is also about closing out a cycle. Right? The World is the last card of the major arcana, and it means that we've gone through all of the cards of the major arcana, so that when we complete the journey of the major arcana, we end up with the World, and then we start right back over with the Fool. So once you figure out what the right solution is to this problem, right? Because you've been thinking with that Two of Swords that I got to just either do this or that, but really it's neither. It's all about you finding a brand new solution, right? So that you can complete this cycle out with this World card and be victorious with that Seven of Swords. With the Nine of Wands, we have the Hierophant. All right, so this is about blessings. This is about you interpreting your intuitive messages, maybe with the Hierophant, you need to take up something new in your life. So the Hierophant has 3 stages to his crown, and those stages are initiation, apprenticeship, and mastery. So it encourages us, whenever the Hierophant shows up in a reading, maybe you need to start something new, especially with that World card, right? Like if you've been in the house too much, if you've been, stuck in anything in your life, and you feel like your life is not having any sort of movement, maybe it's time to take up something new that you can become a master of with this Hierophant card. And that's what's going to help you, heal your wounds with this Nine of Wands. That's what's going to help you keep going. That's what's going to help you move on. So, take up something new, right? Know that you have the ability to become a master at something at this time of the month with that Hierophant card. And with the Empress, we have the King of Swords, right? So this is about mental clarity. This is about you as a water sign having so much energy in your heart, right? And Pisces, I always find their intuition floats above their minds, and maybe that's just me, but it's asking you, with the Empress and the King of Swords, the answers are going to come to your mind, right? So the King of Swords is air energy, right? And it's thought processes, mental clarity. You have to, whatever you can do to bring that energy closer to your mind and into your head, that's really what the reading is encouraging you to do. All right, so good luck, Pisces. Have a fun time this summer, and I hope the rest of your month is going to be good. Peace.